a team fight begins.
Yeah, this Bard is definitely a pretty big pivot, but I suppose they were maybe kind of concerned about the flexibility of the jungle support, so looking for something perhaps that Kaiser just felt
7th place for the playoff spots. And again, we have to celebrate this, man. It's Jankos. 10 years in the LEC. 10 years ago, I was still trying to be a doctor, for goodness sake.
Wow.
Playing the map, you know, okay. As we said, we perhaps would like them to try and be a little bit more explosive, but they don't need to. They haven't got first items anywhere. They're still getting the objectives. They got 2 grubs to 1. They got a Drake. I mean, a big thing for Rogue is getting at least one of these, because then you stop the Void Mites from spawning.
Yeah.
But actually, Zoelys had to soak 6 out of the mid wave, because the Heretics coming with Kaiser already have that 6. They get one of them. Markoon has to flash away, does still have the twisting advance, he dashes back forward, but Rogue really can't come over to help him. Markoon falls first, he goes Timber, Wunder trading in the top lane as Szygenda starts to heal up a little bit. Nature's Grasp was invested by Markoon. 1 grub over to Rogue, stops those voices. Watching Oppenheimer after Barbie is a weird experience.
I'm sure
it was. It's a strange thing to do.
Just the tree emote.
Yeah.
Brilliant tree emote.
We have a Maokai in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to have you here.
Thanks.
He's going to be here for quite a few times this year. Temper Fate goes wide. Markoon still has the flash. Goes in with a twisted advance. It's 19 minutes. He dies!
I win!
Jamada wins the bet all around themselves so they can see if a Predator comes in. What is hunting the Baron? What is trying to kill it, man? I'm scared.
That's a horrible fight thing to think about. Tower for the Dragon, and Rogue stopped the stack. So honestly, it feels good for them on the game state just to talk about the game.
I mean, they might actually look for this.
Markoon, there's a teleport there.
Flash, twisted advance, teleport behind. Wunder's trying to catch out Markoon. Szygenda going in. TP also burnt by Perkz as he joins the fight. Zoelys already down to half. Temper Fate hits 2. Zoelys is going to have to go in straight away pretty much. He dives forward. Magnet Storm not enough. He'll fall 3-0 so far for Heretics. Wunder flashing. Can't land the Intofu strikes. Perkz forced away by Szygenda. The magical journey brings them in. Nature's Grasp will only root up 1. Everyone else can line up behind it. Perkz stepped into another route. Trying to get round to clear out this control ward. Jankos chipped away, and Rogue know they need to do some damage because Heretics could look towards a Baron. Relatively tanky early on in the game. They decide against it. Only Zoelys has yet to finish his support item. There's a bunch of minions there. Just order them, dude. He's got like 970 gold off it. He's just not getting the really OP upgrade from the support item, right? He can get that Bounty of Worlds. Now he's caught out. Wunder and Jankos chasing him down. The Fate's Call will pull him out. Good Tempered Fate, though, locks them up. Nature's Grasp has been used. Zoelys gets the Magnet Storm down, but just doesn't have the damage. And now Rogue starting to fall by the wayside. Comp chased away. The slow from the Bard. Cosmic binding into the wall, and Comp will fall. Markoon, Szygenda, and Larssen, the only ones left alive as Team Heretics turn their eyes towards the Baron.
Said just recently, Team Heretics would need a couple of members dead for this Baron attempt to happen, and they found their picks. Now they're on top of the Baron. Larssen has ultimate. That's the only one left available for Rogue, but they're not even trying. They're just going to go and trade this Dragon off, get their second Infernal of the game, and look to Turtle as they will likely fall around 7,000 gold behind as this Baron falls.
There you are. Basically exactly 7.
Poke Varus. This Varus is going to be very, very difficult to get on top of and will still deal a bunch of damage.
Zoelys though going into the Magnet Storm as they look for the engaged TP behind as well from Szygenda. Last chance to loon, you have to feel here from Rogue. They've already lost their support. Will they lose more? Flakked pulled back, shut down by Markoon. Szygenda now in the midst of 3 members of Heretics. Perkz yet to join this fight. Markoon's going to fall as well though. Wunder, Jankos, and Kaiser working their way through the Rogue lineup. Comp trying to do everything he can under the tower, but he just can't do enough. Rogue get 1 kill on the board, but what have they lost for it?
Potentially a lot. It could, I mean, with Comp dead and Larssen the only one alive, I'm not going to say the game just yet. Maybe 2 inhibs is just the cost. Team Heretics won't bite off more than they can chew, but Larssen trying to get up in Perkz' face, stop this push from happening in.
Perkz going back in, stunned with the Shadowing Strike, but Larssen has to work his way away from this. Zoelys crashes down and Larssen's able to walk away. Double inhib, as you say. Jamada is the cost. 5,000 extra gold from the Baron power play. And a magical journey leads Kaiser. Perkz hangs off in the entirety of the fight. He doesn't have the front line, or the battle's too far away from him. Comp still no flash. Temper Fate will lock him up. The Pathmaker slams him into the wall, and back down to the fountain he goes. The Kalista has not done wonders at all for Rogue. The final inhibitor in the eyes of Heretics, and maybe even more than that, the game a possibility. Szygenda caught out, Perkz stunned for a second. Darking Blade lands the knock-up. There's the inhibitor falling. Larssen 3 items on the Azir. Is that enough Will we finally see Rogue roar to life, or will Heretics continue this death march towards the Nexus? Szygenda down to half HP, they just can't get close enough. It's all on Zoelys, but Zoelys with no flash, and Heretics with every dash to disengage. Even the Crescent Guard, a possibility for Jankos just to try and keep Rogue. Have played it well, they've worked the map well, they've found their advantages wherever they can. But often we've seen Rogue having to engage reactively rather than ever proactively looking for those picks.
Yeah, I think frankly, Rogue have kind of been dished their own medicine this game. Perkz
onto Szygenda, forces the World Ender out. The Tempered Fate lands on one Nexus Tower. Zoelys trying to get on the backline, but there is no one autoing the Heretics backline. Larssen and Szygenda alongside Markoon trying to hold the Nexus. Wunder will fall. The first Nexus Tower follows suit though. And Jankos, Perkz, Kaiser and Flakked can just slowly work their way through the Aatrox. Larssen left standing, all on his lonesome. The Emperor's divide will divide the wheat from the chaff. And this time Rogue have been found wanting Heretics to win the win.
Yep, redemption win, if you ask me. After that Heretics performance yesterday, it was a bit of a stomping from Mad Lions Koi, but this game looked significantly cleaner.
Yeah.
A draft all on the same page, and gameplay which, in reality, just matched Rogue's energy, right? Hey, you know what? If they're going to let us hit first item, then practically take whatever we want, we'll do that. And
they did exactly that.
Exactly how the game played out, and Rogue had no real answer, despite having all those...